I figured since we're going to do some Python experiments shortly, in a future video, it's going to be worth having just look at languages. So Python is obviously the best one if we're going to have machine learning. R is the other one that a lot of people use, but Python's by far the most biggest majority. So what have we got? We've got Microsoft.NET. So that can do everything, but very much focused from a Microsoft world. And a company that's Windows that's maybe moved on to Azure, it's probably Microsoft.NET. It's what the application is written on. Go is a Google one, and it's aimed at containers. C# is an evolution from C and object-oriented C. So C itself is for like writing device drivers and hard-coded stuff. C is it's just a more modern, safer version for higher up data structures. Java is the biggie. Java is used by most of the banks in the world. Most of the business logic is written in Java. And originally when Sun brought it out, it was write once, run anywhere. So your DVD players, if they still exist, they might be running Java. And they might, as much as the mainframes run COBOL, products like WebSphere run Java for the front of an internet bank. And nowadays, now we've done containers, we've got OpenJRE, which is a new modern version of Java, or at least it doesn't have Oracle's licensing, because Oracle bought Sun Microsystems. I've got Spark down there, Apache Spark. You'll be also using SQL. So SQL and Spark, I don't think you're going to escape a lifetime of professional career without being able to access data from a database. And Node.js is typically in the front end, so that's all the pretty stuff. But there's React frameworks and stuff like that. But just at a high level, these are the various languages, what they do. And then with Python specifically, TensorFlow and PyTorch, they're the libraries that you use for doing a lot of machine learning stuff. FastAPI and Flask, they're good at routing APIs, and we will look at them quite a bit in future in examples and stuff like that. LangChain and LangGraph, they're again Python. They're probably available for other languages, but it's typical if you want to team models together at the back end to do multiple things. So you'd rather than just using one LLM, you can pass it to maybe a couple of LLMs, a couple of stages. That's maybe getting competition now that we've got multi-context protocol, MCP, and Google's just brought out A2A, which is agent to agent. So while previously Python was used to orchestrate things with LangChain, LangGraph or their equivalents, there's model context protocol servers that you can get an LLM to talk to Gmail or to a storage bucket, each with an MCP server. That's and A2A is agent to agent, so that's like chatbot agent to chatbot agent. So that's only 2 weeks old at the time of recording. So the world's changing fast, but it's getting there. This is a programming introduction, I guess. So Python itself has tons of libraries that saves you doing everything from scratch, and this is part of the magic. So like PAHO is to do with messaging, so you can do MQTT. The RPy at the top left, that allows you to run our stuff in Python. As you can see top right, we've got SQL Academy. As you can imagine, that's a bunch of SQL stuff. Jupyter is a notebook which lets you run your Python in steps and build it up, especially if you're a data analyst. But machine learning stuff, a lot of it's done in Jupyter if you're going to do training. It's built up. NumPy and Pandas, they're to do with machine learning. Really good, you'll use them quite a lot. GeoPy down the bottom, that's to do with coordinates. So if you're ever writing a GPS system, you just use that. And Pygame is, as you can imagine, it's a gaming framework for Python. So obviously there's other YouTube videos that are much more in depth on how to use Python and stuff like that. This was just the basics so that we could start doing Docker images with Python to do machine learning in the future, and we're probably going to reference NumPy and Pandas and some of these other frameworks. But thank you very much. That's been great.